going to take these guys down. Essentially, I'm just going to take them down from the roof, and I'm going to put them inside the cage, because if I allow them to sit on the roof, what happened to the day 17 birds is that they would not want to take up, even if they're forced to take up. There's a heavy breeze going. The guide tree is sliding as usual. You can hear the wind on the phone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take these guys and I'm going to set them inside the kit box, so they can just sit inside the kit box, basically inside the cage. That way, so once I'm finished training with the day 17 guys, I could go ahead and take those guys back out and sit them on the roof, and we'll go ahead and do day 2 of letting them. Alright guys, it's windy, and I expect for the birds to get pushed around, so if they do take up, they will essentially get caught up in the wind, and it'll snatch them up and make them fly. It's a good and a bad thing, because you want them to use their wings. The bad thing is that you don't want them to be pushed. I actually took the water away from them for today, so they're hungry and no water at the same time. And as you see, they jump out immediately, because you got some of them that really want to take up and fly. So they're going to use their wings. They're anxious. I've been giving them some of the mix. So the carbohydrates from the Milo and stuff got them antsy and looking to get up. And I'm not going to use any call signs, because what I don't want them to do is I don't want them to think that they're coming out to eat. I want them to start understanding that they're going to be let out, and when they get let out, it's for the purpose of flying. So I won't say anything to them. I won't make any hand gestures or anything like that. I'll keep my hands in my pocket, and I'm gonna sit down here in this chair, and the chair's next to, you guessed it, their favorite tray that they understand so much. Now, what you're seeing right here, guys, is the pre-formation of them understanding what kitten is. That's exactly what this is. This is, as long as you keep this method from feed tray to cage, they're gonna look at this as their liberation time, and they're gonna try to chase each other because they don't know where the meal is coming from. I'm confusing them by not making any gestures or statements to them. So they're watching me, but at the same time, I'm not doing anything to stimulate them. So they're in a state of like confusion. Like, okay, well, do we sit here? Do we come to him? Do we fly to the tray? What do we do? And this is the importance of imprinting on them young, because now they have to guess, and with them guessing, it cuts them wanting to it cuts them wanting to make their own decisions. See that little dun right there? He's under a different program right now. I use him to train the other 6 that are in there learning now, because I needed somebody to teach them exactly what they needed to do. This is where patience is important, guys. I know a lot of guys think that it's as soon as I get them out, they're gonna start flying type thing. This would be true if you were working with older birds, and these older birds, like I said, when you take them out later, like a month to anything after that, eventually at this stage they would be flying, because they would be spooked and wouldn't, they'll be antsy and edgy, because they wouldn't understand like this new world that you basically expose them to. It's like with anything. If you take a child young enough and you put him into a society or culture that he's not used to, like say you take a black kid and go take him to China, or you take him to another country where he doesn't, where he has no understanding of the language or anything like that. If he's too young to understand language, language, he will grow up speaking Chinese. And that's just it's a cultural fact that you adapt to your environment. So when you take these young rollers out at a young age, you're giving them no choice but to adapt to what the societal norms is for this young team. And right now, the societal norm for them is what I teach them. And that's the importance of imprinting on these young guys, is getting them to understand what you want them to do, not what they want to do naturally. When you take birds out and they're older, they have a natural independence built into them that you're going to have to break. And breaking the independence as opposed to teaching independence is a different thing. I taught these birds to be dependent on me, and from the dependency on me, they learn their own independence. What I'm noticing with the guys that are doing it the opposite way, or using birds that are older, the birds have independence, and then you're trying to break their independence, if that makes any sense to you guys. And like with us, as we get older, we don't want anybody changing our norms or things that we're used to. This is the same thing as with any hobby. The societal norms, once they change, it's hard for the older guys to adapt to the changes in the societal norms. And this is why we have so much controversy in this hobby. Right now, American fanciers are in an experimental stage. They're not in a competitive stage of pigeons. They're in an experimental stage of pigeons, because that's what we see. Like with the San Francisco tree and the Raisin Asian, they're in a phase of trying to make a new pigeon, or trying to design a new pigeon. And right now, the only type of horse that we have is the Birmingham Roller. This is the only type of pigeon that actually succeeds consistently. Now listen to the word I use, because everyone wants to argue what I say, but they don't want to argue the talking points on what I say. Like when I said you need recessive red in your birds, that was a factual statement. You need the frequency of the recessive red Birmingham Roller. The spread gene that masses the recessive red in the Birmingham Roller to induce rolling to these birds, because there's a certain amount of points that need to be scored for these birds to win. Adding a non-performance breed, and I quote, adding a non-performance breed of pigeon like the roamer, like the San Francisco treat does, or the witch doctor, takes away from the natural performance ability of the Birmingham Roller. If American fanciers actually told the truth and renamed the bird, we can accept the renaming of the Birmingham Roller to whatever they want to call it, the American Show Fancy Roller, the colored, you can even call it the colored roller, or colored American roller, or the experimental American roller. But there has to be another name other than Birmingham Roller, because once you try to call the Pigeon imports the same thing that you're calling the Frankenstein birds that are being made in California and being made across America, it's no longer a true statement. We have guys right now today that will argue that no one has pure Jerry Higgins birds anymore, because Jerry Higgins stopped breeding and flying pigeons in 2011 or 12. So at this point, 8 years now, that there can no longer be pure Higgins birds, or anything that symbolizes pure Higgins birds. But in that same breath, they'll accept an older guy saying that he has pure Pigeons, and Pigeon has been gone since the early 50s or 60s or something like that. And they're gonna argue you down. They're gonna pull out their pedigrees and do all this stuff, but they won't accept it from anybody else using the Higgins birds. It's all propaganda on selling the family. When you listen to these guys talk and they're down in other families, go to the source and ask them, can you buy birds, and see if they give you a price. Most of the guys that are protesting these families, these performance families, because Higgins is a performance but I'm not trying to give too much credit to guys out there that don't like me or have smear campaigns for me. So there's no need to, you have to treat people with the respect they give you. So since I don't fly and I don't know anything, why would I even give props to a family that you created or tried to create? What I can say is that the integrity of the breeding from the breeders is what we are looking for. The consistency in a competition bred family is what we're looking for. Take the example from the guys in Europe. Stick with 1 or 2 pairs. This is where dedication and knowledge of the birds come in. If you go to a guy's loft and he named off more than 6 families, run, because he doesn't even have the confidence to stick his eggs in one basket, and that should scare you. Like, you come to my house, this is it. It's Hollywood birds. That's all I breed. I'm not looking for anything else to bring home. If I need anything or I want to try to add anything to them, I basically go to someone that has the family, and that would be my hybrid vigor if I trust the way they breed. If not, then I would try to make my hybrid vigor from within my own family with some type of creation or a cross within the different lines that make up this family. Because when I say the different lines, Higgins didn't breed from just 3259. There's other birds that make up the Higgins family, and once people realize that and start breeding accordingly, then they would have success with this family. What you get a lot of times is you get guys that slander a family because they didn't understand how to cross the family. So because you wasn't successful with your cross and it made an 80% roll down rate within the family, you decide to slander the whole family as a whole, and it's really, you should slander yourself. Really, you should say, I wasn't good enough to work this family. Because once you sold the birds and someone had success and disputed the claims that they were all roll downs, this makes you look to be a liar. And if you stick to your guns, basically, the integrity comes into play, and that's where the animosity and the infighting comes into the sport, because someone's integrity or their ego is at stake. Remember ego and super ego, and remember that everybody has a form of it. So if you guys catch me in a lie and I don't turn around and correct that lie, then you know that my ego is at play, or my super ego, and I'm trying to save myself. These guys have never proven that I lied. All they say is that I'm stupid for thinking the way that I think, or that I'm ignorant because I won't allow them to change my opinion on what I believe. In science, there's 4 ways, there's a scientific method in order to prove an hypothesis. First, you have to have the idea. And my hypothesis to these birds was that you had to keep the birds pure, like you seen the original breeders doing. And then once you kept the birds pure, the performance would come. So I did it. I took the hypothesis. I went and I ran with it. I did the scientific study. I bred the birds as close as possible. I got the results that I wanted, and I came to a conclusion that they were right. Crossing these birds is not necessary. Another thing, when you've bred a good family, you form on your breeders, you'll get days like this where the wind will just blow your cage open. And I have a pair of breeders right now that literally their door came open. What I'm not worried about is them leaving if they got out. This guy right here, he was in my number 3 kit. And when I say number 3 kit, it just means that there was a number 1 kit that was hatched out, like the one we're training now. And then there was a number 2 kit that came out, and we trained them like the little 6 guys. And then there was a number 3 kit. I wasn't when I say my main kit, it's usually the kit I started with. I don't change birds around or do anything like that. If I lose a bird, I go get another one. I usually take the complete kit that I bred and I use that team. I don't do any switching or going to try to make a team, because this family, the consistency in this family, pretty much breeds the same thing over and over. And the first round is good enough to become the A team to me. The second round is good enough to be the second team and third team and so forth. If I get a team that's performing better, then I just move them to the team that I use to compete with. But I never really switch the birds in and out of the kit box or anything like that. I let them stay where they at. I use the color bands, the little snap-on bands, so I know what kit they came out of, because I have 7 kit boxes. Actually, I have 9, but I only use the 5 right here, because that guy right there is a liability. And I used to stock birds in it until they got flipped over like that, and that was the last time I lost some breeders right there. I did say I was going to fix that, so that's going to be our project Saturday. We're going to be fixing that baby right there to stand him back up. But like I said, what I breed, I compete with, and based on age, that is how I make the teams. I don't flip and switch the teams or anything like that, because I mean, it works, and I've seen how it works to make a team, but because of the, like I said, because of the consistency of these birds to perform at the highest level, I usually just use what's bred together, and because they're close in age, it makes work. It makes work as far as putting teams together not important. When you have different families, that's when that making a team. Like anything, they don't think alike, and that's what the importance of a family, because the birds think alike. Look. This is a kitten. This is what kids do. This is exactly what kids do. They work together, and you took off, they all took off. That's a team. I mean, what more do you want? Student body sweep right, motion right, on go, ready, break, and they do it. That's what a team is, guys. A family thinks alike. A real family thinks alike. Across family, you have birds that don't think alike. You have birds that don't perform the same. Even in this family, they don't all perform the same. Some of them will be 50-footers, and they'll go to the 50-footer. They'll be in the 50-footer group, because I like to show guys spin. If you've never seen a kit doing 50 feet, I suggest you come holler at me and look to see this. He can attest to it. If you don't believe what I say, if the slander campaign is working so good to where you can't take my word for it, ask Sean what happens when I make my 50-footer team. And not everybody gets selected to the 50-footer team, because not everybody's in this thing gonna do 50 feet. But the 50-footer team, you'll see a rainbow of bands on them. And when I say that, that's because I've actually went through each kit, grabbed all the ones that are doing 50 feet, and I fly them together. But when they come back in, I open the traps, and they usually go back into the traps that correspond to their cage. And I'll show you that later on when I start training the birds and get the birds flying. I gotta make sure if I don't get the color bands, then I won't do it, because I won't know where they belong, and it gets confusing after a while. Remember to keep good records, guys. Records are important. Even now, I'm keeping mental notes, but I have a paper that has each one of these birds' band number wrote on it, and the parents that created them. And as I go on these breeding records, I make notations on the progress of the bird. There's a dun, like a little dunnish looking red check up there, because he didn't actually progress as good as the older birds here. I moved him down to teach the younger birds. I had to make a note of that, so that I know that he's a little younger than his team. Like, he's maybe a week behind on his team, and he's been pushed to go further. This is important, because if he starts outperforming them, then it tells me something about him and his mother and father. and I have to make sure that I rotate that and let myself know mentally that the runt did something different. Um, that goes back into understanding your family and record keeping. How can a guy tell you exactly what's going on when he's crossed the birds and he doesn't keep good records? How can he like right now today, I've been breeding these birds for 16 years and I know all my breeders, but as far as the specifics of what line they actually came out of, like exactly which parents, and hey, it's not important to me, so I wouldn't know that offhand. I'd have to go look at the records and say, oh, this is out of 3 and 57, or this is out of the grapefruit. A lot of times I can look at them and tell what they go back to, but I wouldn't know that it's out of 1602, or I wouldn't know if it's out of like 8, a triple I 8, or like that, like the parents' band numbers. The line, as far as the line, I probably know, but knowing which parent it came from, it's not really important to me, because what I'm worried about is whether or not it's going to do what I asked it to do, or if it's going to do something stupid. And stupid is not kitten because it's rolling too much, which will require me to have to put it on a feed program, and I don't do that too much anymore. I have too many good birds to baby one, so my method is drop it down to the next kit, or let it teach some babies how to eat, and if it don't act right after that, yeah, trash can. Hashtag take back the trash. Hashtag cull the trash. Culling is important, guys, and I'm not talking about culling it by selling the bird to another guy. I'm talking about the annihilation of that bird itself, because it's important that you do not pass on unwarranted traits or unwanted characteristics from your family, because guys will use that to slander you. I asked you guys if you want to see them fly, to hashtag flag them up, but I didn't get enough hashtag flag them up to actually go through that with these guys, and so we're just gonna sit here and watch them and enjoy them sitting out. And you see how calm they are. This is what taking them out early does, especially for you guys in Los Angeles, in tight dwellings, apartment buildings, or surrounded by large buildings where the birds don't have a direct view of the area. This is important, because this will save you losing birds every time. I'm not gonna guarantee you won't lose a bird, because I don't know your family of pigeons, and unless you done like the Raging Asian, or the San Francisco Treat, or the Witch Doctor, and added Romer into it, I don't know the homing ability of your family or the intelligence of your family. I know how intelligent this family is based on the fact that I make them learn young, and if they can't understand and get it together while they're young, then they're not going to get it together when they're older, and we're going to have issues. As you see, when they take off, it's a group thing. It's always a group effort. That's that kitten, and hopefully when they do day one, as far as taking up and kitten, then I won't have to worry about them being spread out all over the sky. With a bunch of quarter-acre lots, and less than a quarter-acre lot, so the dense population of the housing, the rules, and stuff like that, kind of confuse the bird. And the landscape, once they get up high, isn't the same as the landscape when they're down low. Also, because of this wide openness, the Cooper doesn't have a chance to come out, sneak out, and viciously attack him. He has to come from at least, the closest thing is this tree here, which is about 30 feet away. So just getting in that tree is going to expose him, and you won't have to the birds to get spooked. And that's a good thing. And in the inner city, you don't see that. There's a lot of high places for the Cooper, and that's why he's so successful. But if they're like this, the Cooper comes, they may scatter to this roof here and then come back. They may take off, but it's wide open, and they'll be right back because they know nothing else, and this is safety to them, especially from an attack like that. That's almost like the equivalency of a mass shooting on a group of people, and they all run into one classroom and huddle up, and that's what the classroom is right there. You know, that's where they're gonna go for safety, and that's why I stress the importance of getting them up early, 15 to 18 days. If you have an intelligent family, your bird should do it. If you have a cross family and there's something in the birds that's not that's not used to homing, or that you know, like you use some pretty color or something that it didn't have like proper homing instincts or something like that, you're gonna get that. You see a lot of guys birds rolling where they kind of twist to the side. That's a switch and wing issue. That is that's an off balance pigeon. So I suggest you instead of having the band on the left side, if it rolls to the left, you put the band on the right side to give it the counterbalance, like almost like putting the weights on the rail. If it's sloppy and it goes back and forth to both sides, double band it with the 8mm bands, and this should balance the bird out. That's a joke, fellas. I'm joking. But I've heard these myths before. Guys trying to correct their birds, correct their rolling styles. Honestly, there's only one way to correct the rolling style of a pigeon, and that's to purchase or acquire the best performance Birmingham roller breed that you can to start your stock. If you start off with good stock, you'll end up with good stock. Every guy that's wrote a book, Kowalski, Hatcher, Turner, Pensum, Cornell Norwood, I mean, you name it. If they didn't tell you nothing in the book, or you didn't grasp nothing out of the book, what you did understand was that they said get the best stock available to start from. Not one of these guys in the book said, hey, if you have to